I want to welcome you to an opportunity that has the potential to transform your life. No, I am not the one who will give you false empty promises or overnight miracles. What I am here to offer you is far more valuable, far more enduring. I am here today to talk to you about the limitless potential of the human mind and the path to unlocking the extraordinary power that lies within each and every one of us. You see, I grew up as a poor farm boy in Idaho. I wasn't particularly bright at school. Nothing about me suggested that I was destined for anything special. But somewhere along the way I became fascinated with the way the world works. Not just the physical world, but the world inside our heads. The way our thoughts, our beliefs, our attitudes shape the course of our lives. I read everything I could get my hands on: philosophy, psychology. Anything that could help me understand this grand mystery we call the mind. Along the way I discovered an amazing truth. Our minds are not just the seed of our thoughts and memories. They are the engines of our entire lives. They determine our successes and failures, our joys and sorrows. Our minds hold the key to who and what we become. They are the lenses we see and interpret the world through. And our lives are a direct reflection of how our minds reflect and perceive reality. They are the fruits of our beliefs, of what we believe is possible for ourselves to achieve. Our minds are the key to who and what we become. They are an untapped reservoir of possibilities waiting to be unleashed. Now, some folks may say, "JR, some of us are just born to be smarter or be luckier." They'll tell you that you can't climb a mountain if you weren't born at the top. Well, I am here to tell you they are wrong, dead wrong. I have met people from all walks of life. I have met men and women who've started with almost nothing: no money, no education, no special talents or skills, yet they achieved incredible things and built incredible lives. How? It wasn't a stroke of luck or some miraculous gift. It was by harnessing the power of their minds, by changing their thinking, and by doing so, changing the whole course of your destiny. Think of your mind as a garden. You wouldn't just toss a few random seeds into the ground and hope for the best, would you? No. You prepare the soil, you select the right seeds, you water and weed, you nurture those plants with care. Well, the same holds true for your mind. The right input, the right focus, the right mental discipline can lead to a bountiful harvest. A life well lived, filled with abundance, purpose and joy. But without proper care, a garden becomes an overgrown tangle of weeds. Our minds, left untended, can become a breeding ground for negativity, doubt, fear and limitations that hold us back from achieving our full potential. So do we unlock this extraordinary power of the mind? How do we become limitless? It begins with understanding our minds are malleable. Our brains, like our muscles, change and adapt with the demands we place upon them. It means taking control of what and how we think. And I want to share a story. When I was a young man, I worked with a fellow named John Meyer, a wealthy, successful entrepreneur who became my mentor. Mr. Meyer taught me a lot, but there was one lesson that transformed my life. He said, "JR, if you want to be successful, work harder on yourself than you do on your job." I was puzzled at the time, but after a while it dawned on me what he meant. You see, most people work harder at their jobs, making their boss rich, fulfilling their boss's dreams, they master their skills, try to get ahead, yet few truly take the time to work on themselves, on their mindset, on their beliefs, and to explore their capacity for greatness. And that is the key, my friends. To become limitless in exploring one's potential and developing one's abilities is to embark on a journey of self-discovery and growth that transcends conventional boundaries. It entails a philosophical shift in perspective, where the limitations imposed by external circumstances or self-imposed beliefs are seen as opportunities for expansion rather than obstacles. At the core of this pursuit lies the recognition of the inherent capacity within each individual to evolve and adapt. It is an acknowledgement that human potential is not fixed but rather fluid, capable of continuous refinement and enhancement through deliberate practice, exploration, and learning. To embrace this philosophy is to adopt a mindset of possibility and abundance, where failure is reframed as feedback and setbacks are viewed as stepping stones toward mastery. It requires a willingness to step outside one's comfort zone, to confront uncertainty, and to embrace the discomfort that always accompanies growth. Central to this philosophical stance is the concept of self-transcendence, the idea that one can rise above the limitations of the ego and connect with something greater than oneself. Whether through creative expression, intellectual inquiry, or spiritual practice, the pursuit of self-transcendence allows individuals to tap into deeper reservoirs of creativity, insight, and wisdom. To become limitless in exploring one's potential is to cultivate a mindset of boundless curiosity, resilience, and optimism. It is a commitment to lifelong learning and personal development, driven not by external validation or achievement but by an intrinsic desire to actualize one's fullest potential. In the words of philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, become who you are. This call to self-realization encapsulates the essence of the limitless mindset, a relentless pursuit of authenticity, excellence, and self-actualization. Become who you are. To become yourself. This tells us that we don't get to know ourselves while standing on a covenant, constantly trying to hide ourselves from life, not taking risks. We are not what we think we would do in a certain situation, nor we are the qualities and values that we want to embody. We don't just invent ourselves. Inventing yourself is only half the way to go. The other half, the most important half, is the action, application, and embodiment of those values. The only way we get to know ourselves is when we go through different types of situations, tests ourselves, tests the limits of our patience, capabilities, resilience, perseverance, ability to bear stress, to get back on our feet again and again. I.e., the true encounter with ourselves happens beyond our most difficult, the most extreme moments. And everything else is just daily preparation for these moments through self-discipline, so that when these moments do come, and they always do, we are like athletes ready to run the marathon for which we have been preparing daily for. We can reflect about all sorts of things, we can have opinions about what we would do or what we wouldn't, but we only learn the truth about ourselves when we actually go through things. Everything else is just hypothesis and suggestions. Therefore, we must look at every difficulty as a constructive opportunity to prove to ourselves that we really are who we always thought we were, who we told the world we were, and who we want to be. To become who you are, because when we are born we are all just a potential of what we can be. In the course of our journey, all kinds of social shoulds and shouldn'ts, be this, don't be that. Do this, don't do otherwise, are piled on us. And only when we succeed to shake ourselves off everything superfluous, all the vices, all the foreign voices in our heads, which we mistakenly confuse with our own voice, when we shake ourselves off from all convictions that pull us back, only then is that true self sculpted is going to appear below. Just like Michelangelo's famous David. When asked how he created his masterpiece, Michelangelo replied, "I just removed everything that wasn't David." Remember, you are your own creator. You, with your efforts and discipline, shape the person you want to become. What remains of you after the wave has hit you with all its force and passed away, that's you. And then you meet the real you. Be careful, so that when the wave goes away, lest it bring you to your knees, with your face buried in the sand, broken and defeated. Be sufficiently permeable and flexible to adapt to changes, because the most stiff and hardened tend to fall first. Keep from the wave those elements that can serve you on the way further, and let everything superfluous pass through you, renew you and leave. The one who is waiting for you beyond, that would be the real you, your own creation, your David. This meeting is going to be the most important meeting you will have in your life. Therefore, prepare yourself every day for it with perseverance, work and discipline, with iron habits, developing and confirming his virtues. Your goal is to become your best self, expand your abilities to their maximum, and experience life through the limits of your potential. This means adopting a mentality of relentless pursuit of self-improvement and never-ending commitment to expanding your understanding and raising your standards. It means challenging the assumptions you hold about yourself and your capabilities. It means stepping outside of your comfort zone and embracing the unknown. The objective of life, my friends, is not to rest. The objective of life is to accomplish, to grow, full growth, full accomplishment. To test the outer limits of your abilities. That's what life is all about. See what's all you can do and make sure you do it. See what you can do with your brain, your talents, your gifts, your skills. Now, this ain't always easy. Growth is never comfortable. It's always swimming against the current. It can force us to confront hard truths and to let go of the familiar even if what's familiar is holding us back. But I promise you the discomfort is worth it. Because on the other side of discomfort, on the other side of challenge, lies extraordinary transformation. One crucial aspect of unlocking the power of your mind is what I call feeding your mind. Because just like the body needs nutritious food to thrive, the mind needs nutritious thoughts, the information you take in, the stories you tell yourself, the words you speak. All of it shapes your internal landscape. Think about it this way. If you were to eat a diet of nothing but junk food, would you expect your body to be strong and healthy? Of course not. Yet many of us feed our minds a steady diet of negativity, self-doubt and worry. We watch too much news, fixate on the problems and constantly replay our failures. This is like mental poison, eroding our self-belief and dimming our potential. The solution? A mental diet change. Surround yourself with positive, inspiring content, read selected books that uplift your spirit, expand your horizons, seek out uplifting conversations and environment that encourages your growth. Cultivate the habit of seeking out information and ideas that challenge and inspire you, expanding your perspective and showing you new possibilities. Your environment matters more than you think. The people who surround you, the voices you let into your head, all can and will influence the person you are becoming. The company you keep can either lift you up or bring you down. Remember, eagles fly with eagles. Surround yourself with people who push you to be better, who see greatness in you, even when you struggle to see it in yourself. Now feeding your mind is crucial. This is where the power of your focus comes in. The mind is a magnificent tool, but it can also be unruly. Like a wild horse, it needs to be trained, to be directed, to learn to follow your command. You see, most people allow their minds to wander aimlessly, flitting from one thought to the next as random as a fly buzzing around a room. We worry about the past, stress over the future, and constantly analyze everything around us. This scatterbrain approach wastes colossal amount of mental energy. It saps our focus, our creativity, and our inner peace. Here is a phrase: where your attention goes, your energy flows. Focus on obstacles and they seem insurmountable instead. Instead, cultivate the ability to direct your attention with laser-like precision. Choose the thoughts that serve you, the thoughts that empower you, the thoughts that are linked to what you can be, what you can achieve in life, the thoughts that are aligned with your goals and aspirations. Be careful what you feed your mind with, because the fuel of your mind determines the quality of your thoughts. Your thoughts determine your emotions. Your emotions determine how you feel. And how you feel determines the quality of your life. A powerful tool of mastering your mind is visualization. Our minds don't always distinguish vividly between reality and imagination. Use this to your advantage. Create a detailed mental image of yourself achieving your goals, living your best life, overcoming challenges and becoming a person you desire to be. When you do this frequently and with emotional intensity, it sends powerful signals to your subconscious mind, and your subconscious then works to make that vision a reality. Remember those stories I spoke of earlier? The ones we tell ourselves. They are more than just entertainment. Our self-talk forms the internal script that influences our choices, beliefs, behavior, and ultimately our destiny. If your script is filled with "I can't," "I am not good enough," or "I'll never succeed," then don't be surprised when those become your reality. You need to become the author of a new story. One that is steeped in possibility, in strength, in relentless determination. A story where you are the hero, overcoming every obstacle and seizing every opportunity life throws your way. The obstacle in the path becomes the path. Never forget, within every obstacle is an opportunity to improve our condition. Fill your mind with affirmations of your worth, your capability, and your unwavering determination to achieve your dreams. Repeat these affirmations with conviction and write them down. Post them where you see them every day. Here is the truth, my folks: your words hold power. When you change the way you talk to yourself, you change the trajectory of your entire life. Unlocking your limitless potential isn't just about what's going on inside your head. It's about what you choose to do with the power you unlock. And this is where the importance of goals comes into play. Goals are like a compass pointing you in the direction of where you want to be. They give your life focus, purpose, and meaning. They transform your mind from a passive observer to an active creator, turning dreams into reality. You see, most people drift aimlessly through life, being reactive instead of being proactive, limiting themselves to just react to circumstances, rather than proactively shaping their future. The limitless person, on the other hand, sets clear targets for themselves, both large and small, short-term and long-term. They don't just hope for a better life, they go for it, architect a plan to create it, and take active steps to achieve it. So setting goals is essential, but just having goal isn't enough. You got to have a burning desire behind that goal, not just a wish or a whim, but a deep-seated longing that you feel in your gut, a burning desire that fuels your efforts, that makes you willing to get back on your feet when life knocks you down. It's desire that transforms what's possible into what's inevitable. And here is another key aspect to setting goals that most people miss: they got to be accompanied by belief. I am talking belief that goes deeper than just surface-level optimism. I am talking about deep-seated conviction that you are capable of achieving them. A belief that no obstacle is too great to overcome. Doubt is like a virus infecting your mind, sabotaging your efforts before you even begin. You must cultivate the mindset of a champion, the unwavering certainty in your own abilities. When you couple a clear goal with a burning desire and an unshakable belief, that's when magic begins to happen. In this journey to take control over your mind, it won't always be a smooth ride. You'll encounter setbacks, you'll face adversities. That's simply a part of life. But what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary, the unsuccessful from the successful, is how you respond to challenges. Do you let them discourage you, knocking you off your path? Or do you see them as stepping stones, opportunities to learn and grow stronger? Resilience is the hallmark of the strong, limitless mind. It's the ability to bounce back again and again, never allowing temporary defeats to derail your aspirations. Remember that it's not about how many times you fall down, but about how many times you get back up. Cultivate a warrior spirit, the spirit of a relentless fighter who refuses to stay down. This journey also requires a good dose of humility. Just because you embark on this path to becoming limitless, doesn't mean you'll suddenly have it all figured out. Remember what my mentor, John Mayer, taught me. Work harder on yourself than on your job. Be like a sponge, always soaking up new knowledge, always seeking out mentors who can guide your path. Remember, arrogance blinds us to our shortcomings while humility opens the door to continuous growth. Furthermore, becoming limitless means not only focusing on your own growth, but also on the growth of others. True success, lasting fulfillment comes not only from achieving your own dreams but from having a positive impact on the world around you. Look for opportunities to serve, to lift others up, to share your gifts and talents. When you make a difference in someone else's life, this way you are also making your life richer, more meaningful. Tapping into your greatness and full potential ain't about becoming perfect. It's about becoming ever better. It's about embracing continual progress. It's about being happy with what you have right now but never satisfied with stagnation. It's about striving each day to be a little better than the day before. It's about developing your talents, expanding your capacity to become the most extraordinary version of yourself you can possibly be. The potential is there, my folks. It's always been there, waiting for you to tap into it. So let today be the day you make a decision. A powerful declares, I control my mind, my thoughts and emotions. My mind is limitless and I will overcome everything on my path, making every obstacle a part of my path. I promise that I will not only chase my dreams, but I will catch them. I know within you lies a flicker of the same fire I ignited in myself years ago. I know in each of you resides power waiting to be unleashed. Fill your heart with a deep sense of purpose, a fierce determination to keep spreading the message to be a beacon on the path to limitless growth. And so, my friends, let me ask you a question: are you satisfied? And please don't misunderstand me. Satisfaction and complacency are two very different things. Satisfaction lies in the knowledge that you've given your all, that you've reached the boundaries of your own potential. Complacency, on the other hand, is settling for less, convincing yourself that good enough really is good enough. Now, I don't mean to shame you if you are facing struggles and hardships. Life throws curveballs on us, I know that all too well. But I dare you to ask yourself, even in your darkest times, is there more from me waiting to get free? Is there a fire yet unlit, a song yet unsung, a version of yourself yet to fully emerge? Because if there is a flicker of that possibility, a tiny yes whispering at the edge of your consciousness, then you owe it to yourself, you owe it to the world to fan that flame. Don't settle for a life half-lived when an extraordinary one is possible. The truth is, there is a magic waiting to unfold. Think about human history. We've soared from horse-drawn carriages to rockets exploring the galaxy. We progressed from candlelight to the wonders of electricity and technology that would have seemed like a pure magic even a century ago. And I dare to say, the most astonishing advances are yet to come. Now ask yourself, do you want to be a mere observer in this grand story of human potential, or do you want to play an active role? Do you want your name lost in the annals of time? Or do you want to leave your mark, a legacy that echoes through the generations to come? The choice, my friends, is entirely yours. We really have this amazing opportunity to live in truly unique times. Life has never been so comfortable as it is now. Distances that used to take days are now taken in minutes. We have access to education and knowledge like never before in human history, neither in volume nor accessibility. More and more people have the opportunity to work from their air-conditioned homes without having to be exposed to large climatic amplitudes, insects and wild beasts, to earn their living by blood and sweat in the fields, in the mines or among the animals. Never before in the entire history of human civilization has the transition from one social class to another been so easy. Today, the majority of millionaires, as many as 79%, are self-made and have not inherited any inheritance from their parents. All this should show us that with determination, effort, discipline, persistence and a plan, nothing is impossible if you really put your mind into it. Every obstacle on the way can be overcome when ambition is ignited within us. And there is another thing, my friends, all the people who are very smart and very ambitious are also very hardworking. You can't be ambitious and lazy. People who want something find a way to get it. They are resourceful. They find a solution to every problem with what they have at the moment, and even if they get ahead slower sometimes, even if they stumble, fall, adjust their plan along the way, have to look for detours, they still keep moving forward. And that's all there is to it. There is no magic formula. No shortcuts to becoming limitless. It demands hard work, relentless pursuit of growth, and willingness to stumble and rise again, stronger than before. But let me assure you, the rewards are immeasurable. A life filled with meaning, with impact, with unwavering self-belief, that's the ultimate success. So, rise up, embrace the challenge, tap into the extraordinary power of your mind, become the architect of your destiny, the champion of your own life. The world awaits your unique contribution. What are you waiting for? And I know, what are you thinking now, JR? This all sounds great in theory, but in reality, limits are everywhere. And let me tell you are right. We live in a world that sometimes might seem designed to hold us back. There will be naysayers who try to extinguish your spark, skeptics who dismiss your dreams. You'll face setbacks, financial hardships, maybe even moments when your own mind plays tricks on you, whispering doubts and fears. But here's the secret. The key who separates those who merely exist from those who truly thrive. Your response defines you. Will you allow these external limits to become your internal limits? Will you shrink in the face of challenges, or will you rise above them? Let me tell you about a farmer I once knew. This man worked hard from sunrise to sunset. But he could barely feed his family. One year a terrible drought hit, crops withered, dust blew across his once fertile fields. Facing ruin, most folks would given up, sold the farm, moved on. But not this farmer. Instead, he saw an opportunity in the midst of crisis. He dug deep, mortgaged everything he had, and built irrigation ditches. It was a gamble, a massive risk. Folks called him crazy, but he was driven by a vision, a belief that even in the desert life could find a way to bloom. And you know what? The gamble paid off. Turns out there was enough water deep beneath the barren ground. Soon his crops flourished even as others struggled. He didn't just survive, he prospered. Turned that crisis into a triumph. So the next time you feel the weight of your limits, when the voices of doubt get louder, remember that farmer, remember that within every challenge lies the seed of transformation. You may not be able to control all your circumstances, but you always have a choice in how you respond. Don't let limits dictate your reality. Turn them into fuel, into a burning desire to learn, to adapt, to find a new way forward. And when you do, let me tell you, there is no obstacle too big to overcome. No mountain high enough to climb. Remember, the most powerful limits you face are the ones you impose upon yourself. Break those chains, my friends, dare to dream big, and watch as a whole new world of opportunities opens in front of your eyes. And now, let me talk you about that one inescapable truth, the relentless ticking of the clock we call time. Time is the greatest equalizer. Rich or poor, young or old, we all get the same 24 hours in each day. The question is, how are you going to spend yours? Too many folks drift through life wasting precious hours on trivial pursuit, mindlessly consuming, aimlessly scrolling, and succumbing to the distractions that constantly pull at their attention. Then they wake up one day, years gone by, and wonder, where did it all go? And worse yet, they wonder what might have been. Don't let that be your story. Treat your time like the precious, non-refundable resource it is. Make every minute count. Become fiercely protective of the hours of your day. Set clear priorities. Say no to that which doesn't serve your ultimate goals. Embrace the power of focus. Eliminate mindless distractions that erode your precious time. Invest in yourself. Fill your day with activities that fuel your growth. Reading, learning, creating. Spend time with people who inspire you and elevate you. Exercise your body as well as your mind. The two are inextricably linked. Pursue activities that bring you joy and light your spirit. Make every single day an investment in the person you are becoming. Time alone won't change your life. It's what you do with it that matters. It's about intentionality, about living with conscious awareness, about making choices that align with the grand vision you hold for yourself. Don't wait for some distant someday to start living the life you truly desire. Someday may never come. Start now. Even with small steps. Cultivate the discipline that can turn daily rituals into habits that shape your destiny. Remember that the present moment is all we truly have. The past is gone. The future yet uncertain. Embrace the now. Grab the opportunity that each passing day brings us. Make the most of the time you've been given, my friends. Build a legacy worth living behind. Live a life so full that regrets have nowhere to take root. So as you leave here today, let this question echo in your mind. If today were your last, would be satisfied with how you lived it? If not, make tomorrow your masterpiece. You have the power. You have the time. And the world is waiting for what only you can bring to it. So as we are near at the end of our time together, I want to leave you with one final thought. A truth that cuts to the heart of what it means to be human. Your life is a story. Every day you write a new chapter with your words, your thought and your actions. Now, the question is the author of your story. Are you merely a passive observer allowing external circumstances, the opinions of others or self-limiting beliefs to dictate the narrative? Or are you seizing the pen, claiming your power as the architect of your own destiny? Don't underestimate the power of yourself. Tell yourself a positive story about who you are and what you are capable of. Are the stories you are telling yourself now stories of triumph or tales of defeat? Do they propel you forward or chain you to the past? Choose your words carefully, for they become your world. Replace "I can't" with "I'll find a way." Swap "I am not good enough" with "I am learning and growing every day." Rewrite your internal script to align with the extraordinary person you are capable of becoming. But understand something: a great story isn't just about individual achievements. True fulfillment comes from the impact that leave on the world. Look around your family, your community, the strangers whose lives you've touched even in the smallest of ways. Be a source of light, of inspiration. Ask yourself, do you lift others up or bring them down? Do you use your gift generously or hoard them in a fortress of self-interest? Make your story a story of connection, of service, of leaving the world a little better than you found it. And when these challenging chapters inevitably come, the ones filled with loss, setbacks, or heartache, remember, even the greatest stories have conflict. It's how you face these moments, how you rise from the ashes, that will define your character and give your story depth and meaning. So, my friends, write a story worth telling. A story of courage, of resilience, of relentless pursuit of growth. Fill it with laughter, with love, with moments that take your breath away. Let your light shine brightly, casting long shadows of inspiration across the lives of others. The world awaits your unique chapter, written with bold conviction and an unwavering belief in the limitless potential that lies within. Pick up that pen and begin today and become the best version of yourself, become who you were destined to be.